Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Soy Martín ALvear y les doy una más la bienvenida a Fútbol Estilo Libre. El día de hoy tenemos la entrevista a Henderson, que es muy importante para que ustedes aprendan a ser jugadores de freestyle fútbol profesionales y más que nada sepan cómo mejorar su entrenamiento todos los días. La dividí la entrevista en dos partes, así que el día de hoy la primera va a ser la entrevista y la próxima semana la segunda parte. Quédense atentos y espero que les guste.
Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre es Martín ALvear y les doy una más la bienvenida a Fútbol Estilo Libre. Creo que no voy a presentar a nuestro invitado de junto, creo que su fama lo precede. Y vamos a comenzar con una pequeña entrevista sobre su punto de vista sobre el freestyle, sobre las batallas, sobre los campeonatos. Me parece importante porque muchas veces vemos al freestyle europeo o internacional como algo muy lejano. Así que quiero sus comentarios sobre un par de cosas. So Andrew, welcome to Fútbol Estilo Libre.
What's up, guys?
I want to ask you some. I was telling them I want to ask you some question about your view on freestyle, because sometimes in Latin America we see European freestyle or foreign freestyle like so far and so successful. So I want to destroy some bullshit.
Okay, fire away.
Okay, so my first question is, what's your view on daily training?
Well, I think it's different for different people. You know, a lot of people are saying, okay, you should train this amount each day, or you should train every day for a certain amount of hours, or you should have a day break in between, or you should train hard for 1 week, rest for the next week. But everyone's different. You know, I mean, your body works differently to mine. You might need less rest or more rest than me. We eat differently. You know, there's so many different things, especially when you're traveling around the world and you're in different countries, different time zones, different temperatures that you're not always used to. Like coming out here to Australia is really different for me. It's a lot warmer over here, so that means I need to have more water when I train. Maybe I'll train a long session to try and build my stamina up for a few days earlier on in the week, and then later in the week I know that the training's done for the competition, so I'm training less and less, but just keeping fresh. It's more about just keeping fresh, maintaining, make sure that my muscles and joints don't get stiff. But general training, aside from competition, I think, for me personally, at the moment I just try and fit it in. I'm always traveling, always performing, doing shows and that sort of thing, so I just try and fit it in whenever I can. But before that, I think you just got to listen to your body. If you can really listen to your body, and you've got to experiment to find out what works best for you. But for me, I don't know, I feel like I can train a long time, because freestyle's more in the mind than in the body. So maybe I'll train 3 hours really hard technical tricks until my body is a bit tired, and then maybe I'll work on a new stall, balancing it on, I don't know, doing a J stall for 2 hours, or then working on an idea or a creative, or just freestyling, putting the music and just freestyling, playing with the ball, seeing what happens, you know, and then going back, then maybe I've got the energy again for another 2 hours to go back to doing hard tricks again. So yeah, I just think it's up to you, whatever you do, and just listen to your body, and you've got to try out different things to find the right process for you.
Okay, what's the difference between technical freestyle and artistic freestyle, and when they merge, when they should merge?
Well, you mean like in a competition or something?
Yes.
So there are lots of guys, really technical guys, like especially in the World Tour. You got like Ricardinho, very technical, Scorer, very technical freestyler. Charlie's quite technical. You know, many other guys. And then you got the more sort of creative, artistic guys like Kosuke, Gautier, you know, some of the other guys. And then there's guys that do a bit of both. And for me, it's like you do whatever you feel like doing, but technicality is important, I think. You know, you have to show something's technical. Like some of the artistic guys, their artistic stuff is technical as well. And some of the technical guys, like the sports side of things, the hardcore combos, that's technical, but it's not really art. Like, it's not really an art unless they make it their own way. And I think that's something that people don't really do. Like Ricardinho, guys like that, I don't think they're really expressing themselves when they're doing it. They're just they've pushed their limits in training, doing alternative Aldo, combo no touch, combo no touch, stuff like that. But I think you have to put your own touch, and that's what I try and do with my freestyle. When I do like a 3-ref combo, maybe I'll do a side out Homituzani, or I'll put my own energy into it, jump really high with a trick, or spin around, or go into a creative trick, because for me that's like, you're working on everything, but you're expressing yourself fully. You know, expressing yourself doesn't have to be like catch the ball and be like, yeah. It's just doing the way that you want to do.
Great, perfect. So that's okay. What happened in your life after Red Bull's Freestyle and Freestyle World Tour Day? Does your life change? Does you get the sponsors you were expecting, or we had a little talk about this before,
yeah,
so I actually
about it. We touched this.
Got in the question for.
Yeah, you know, freestyle is still a growing sport. It's still a new sport, and it's still in its early development stages. Although it kind of in different forms, it's been around for a while now. When I won, it didn't really change much, but it changed everything at the same time, because I thought that I would get lots of opportunities and things coming to me when I won. I thought, you know, I'm the world champion now, I'm a star in this sport, everything's going to come to me, you know, I'm going to get commercials, sponsors, all this type of thing. And I remember coming home after the first time I won the world tour in 2011, and I was promised so much. They said, oh, you're going to be a star now, you're going to have these big sponsors, we've got these big sponsors lined up. And I got home and I was waiting for a phone call, and the phone call didn't come. The phone call never came for 2 3 weeks, 2 3 months. Nothing came, and I was just like, okay, so nothing's changed, except I'm a little bit depressed because I got my hopes up. I was expecting more, and then I realized you can't wait for anyone or anything in this world. You have to go out there and get it yourself, like I did with training. I trained all those years, and I had some adversity. I had some decisions against me that I didn't think I should have gone my way, which cost me winning the World Championships before I won it. And then eventually I kept going and pushed myself, and then eventually won it. And it's the same with everything. It's the same with getting sponsors, the same for making a living with the sport. You got to go out there and you got to go get it yourself. And I realized that when I was 19, from all of that, I realized you got to make this path yourself, and you know, it's through your own work that these things come, especially in our sport. You know, it's not a mainstream sport yet. So that was really interesting. So that was the way that it changed my life. It changed my life so much that it showed me the reality, and then I could work on that and be like, okay, right, well, that's how it is. So what am I going to do? Crumble and do nothing? Or am I going to try and make this work, try and do it? So I used the world champion to promote myself, to market myself, to contact media, and it was a slow process. It took more than a year, 2 years, and then started to get the show, started to get the sponsors, and everything worked out. Yeah.
Great. So what competitions means for you? Winning competitions means for you?
It means a lot, you know. For me nowadays, I don't feel like I got much to prove, you know. I feel like to anyone, you know, I don't feel I got anything to prove to anyone, really. You know, I think, you know, I won the most world titles, world championships, but now I got two reasons. One is to prove to myself that I'm the best, and that's something that's really important to me, because if people announce me on the stage or in a commercial or on social media or whatever, in the street, as the best or the world champion, you're the best freestyler in the world, I want to actually believe it, you know. I don't want to be one of these guys who are like fake YouTubers saying they're the best in the world or things like without believing it. Yeah, no, but he's really good, so don't matter what he says, just believe him.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. No, he's amazing.
So hold on, I need to film Camilo bitching back there.
He's really good, really good. Okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of strange. Like, it's when I used to compete, win the world championship would mean like everything. It was like all I worked for. It's all I cared about. I woke up in the morning, I'd be thinking about it. The whole way through the day, I'd be making notes or I'd be training. That's it. Even when I'm eating dinner, I'm making notes on the side or I'm thinking about it. 24 hours a day, you know. I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming about it, I wake up thinking about it, I go to bed, I'm thinking about it. There was no part of my life that wasn't freestyle since I was, I'd say 17, 16, 17, yeah, probably 16, until like now, really. Now there's a bit of a difference as the business side, and I'm trying to help grow the sport. So that's my other motivation, is I feel that I'm a good ambassador for the sport and really what real freestyle is. Like I said, there are people going in doing routines and they're becoming robots now. Like in Super Bowl this year, the level was so high, it was so impressive, but I felt there was something missing, some touch missing, and I really try and represent that. And I think that's why everyone was so happy when I won Calgary. I didn't expect to get that response, but a lot of people were writing, yeah, that's a real freestyle. He was responding to his opponent, he was doing his own tricks, he wasn't copying tricks, and he wasn't being like a robot that practiced a routine every day. So my motivation is to like send a message out there, because it's not about that my way is the best way and their way is wrong. It's more about when you do freestyle, you gain so much confidence and you find out about yourself as a person, because you know that when you do tricks and people are clapping it and people are seeing it, and you know something that you created in your mind, actually people appreciate it, and that boosts you as a person so much, and that inspires other people as well. So if you are just copying people and following people like sheep, then you are not inspired. You're not like, it's not a thing that can inspire people. It just inspires people to just be like everyone else. Oh, I've got to be like him, I've got to be like him, not to be their own person. And I think everyone is unique, so you should be your own person. So for me, that's a big motivation to win this world tour and to keep winning competition. So it means a lot to me, man.
Bueno chicos, esto fue la primera parte de la entrevista. Espero que puedan esperar hasta la próxima semana para la siguiente parte. Y por favor comentenme aquí abajo qué tutorial quieren ver en el próximo video. Síganme en Instagram, es muy importante que lo sigan en Instagram. Suscríbanse a YouTube y activen la campanita. Hasta la próxima.